After over 15 years of wanting to visit this park, good morning from Cedar Point, located in Sandusky, Ohio, here in the United States of America. I can't quite believe that I'm standing here right now at Cedar Point. I've wanted to come here for so long, ever since I was a kid. I remember looking in different roller coaster books that my parents used to buy me, and I used to look at some of them rides and think, one day I'm going to go out there to the States and go and ride them, and it doesn't feel quite right. It's the first of 3 vlogs here from Cedar Point, 17 different roller coasters to get on inside this park, some massive rides that I've wanted to do for so many years, some bucket list coasters such as Thrill Dragster, Maverick, Millennium Force. New for this year, we've got Steel Vengeance, and the best thing is, this morning, the weather is absolutely gorgeous. I didn't know what the weather was going to be like today. I've packed for everything this trip. I've got shorts, I've got my coat, I've got jumpers, I've got all sorts preparing for the weather. But look at it, it is amazing to be here. So many different rides to experience, and obviously I won't be able to take you on board here at Cedar Point, as on-ride filming is strictly prohibited, but I will be able to take you around, share plenty of off-ride footage, and of course my reviews and reactions to getting on some of the best and biggest roller coasters out there in the world. I'm so excited. Join me across the next 3 vlogs here from Cedar Point, America's roller coaster. Let's get inside the park and get on some rides. So I'm inside the park, and the first thing you notice here is the beautiful carousel at the entrance and the midway that runs all the way down the centre just here of Cedar Point, and I'll walk down that in just a moment. Of course, towering over the entrance, it was built in 2013, it's Gatekeeper. I can't wait to get on board this. You got some really good head chopper elements just there, right above the turnstiles themselves. And you also like down there how the staff get a little seat, really friendly staff. And yeah, wow, here it comes Gatekeeper, which towers over the entrance. Like I say, it's a B&M wing coaster. Wow, it looks fantastic over there, towering above those turnstiles. And obviously I used to work on the turnstiles at Alton Towers for a long time, and I was never given a seat, but there you go, them guys look quite happy sitting down. But yeah, oh my god, I've seen Dragster around the corner. Now this vlog is going to be full of me not really knowing the layout of the park and things. I know a lot about the rides here, but I don't really know my way around the paths and around the park in general. So it's going to be great just to see my reaction to how to get to things and stuff. I'm sure there's a lot of locals who are going to watch this, or are watching it now and thinking, oh, he's going a different way to that ride and things. I literally have no clue. I know what rides are here, I know what I want to get on, and yeah, the good thing is it doesn't seem that busy at the moment. That's because it's just gone about, well, it's about 10 to 9, which means that I'm in for the early entry. Basically, if you're staying in one of the hotels, or if you've got a season pass, you do get in early. I bought this season pass, it's cost me about $120, which is what, about £100, and I can come back all year with that. Obviously, I'm spending 5 days inside the park, so that worked out the best value for me to get my money's worth here at Cedar Point. But who knows, if I like it that much, I might come back later in the year. But yeah, here I am then, and walking down this midway, you can just see the B&M inverted coaster just there on the left hand side. Raptor, wow, it looks stunning, I can't believe it. Obviously the dive coaster just behind it there that looks awesome. Valravn, Power Tower down there, an S&S classic. I remember watching an old documentary with Stan Checketts about Power Tower, and when that came to the park. You got this cable car that runs down the middle, but I'll definitely have to go on, and I'm sure I'll be able to get some footage on site on the cable car of the park. But oh wow, it looks stunning. My God, look at that, Millennium Force down there. God, I can't wait to get on board. It's just going up the lift hill and about to go down that first drop. But I really like that at the start, how we had the American national anthem. I love how patriotic they are over here. It's fantastic, and I remember at Knott's Berry Farm in California, there's also a park owned by Cedar Fair that they did that on the morning. So it must be one of them things they do at all these Cedar Fair parks. But yeah, I really liked that. I've been in the park now about 10 minutes, just walked down the midway just there, and I've never seen anywhere quite like it. The size of these roller coasters, you know me, you know this channel, I've been on some rides across the world, and normally you go to a park and it's maybe got a couple of big coasters and that's what you go for. Here, walking round, I really don't quite know where to start. I mean, I went past Valravn, saw it, and I thought, oh God, do I start on that? Then of course got tempted by Millennium Force down here. And yeah, it looks like there's only 4 people on the train. Now, the queues here do get quite busy. It's a weekday today outside of the holidays. So my plan today is to not get any sort of express passes, no fast passes or anything. See what I can get on normally. Oh my God, it's a beast. And see what I can get on normally. And then maybe tomorrow or at the weekend when it's open till 10 o'clock, I'll get the express passes. But oh my God, look at this. The Intamin Giga Coaster, once the world's tallest coaster. There it is, 18 years ago that opened now, Millennium Force. It stands at 310 foot tall, and look at that. Wow. Honestly, photos and video really don't do that justice. Let's get down there and have a closer look. Fantastic way to start my day here at Cedar Point. Not 1, but 2 rides on Millennium Force. And oh my God, what a coaster that was. Intamin do some really intense rides out there, but that was certainly one of the most forceful and intense coaster experiences that I've ever been on. Obviously, you go down that drop, which is 300 foot tall, amazing views. You can even see Canada in the distance. That's how high you are on that thing. I loved how when you were going up the cable lift hill, you had all the water at the side of you as well. And the train design's nice on that as well. It means that you're quite exposed. It's got a seatbelt and a lap bar, but you are still quite exposed because it's not got the sides on the train, so to speak, coming up next to you. But yeah, oh my God, what a fantastic ride. Coming down the drop was brilliant. On the back row, like I say, I had 2 rides, both of them on the back. I look forward to doing it on the front and in some other different rider positions to see how it is. But yeah, on the back row, oh my God, the airtime on the first drop was incredible. But what really stole the show for me was this element just here, this massive overbank. Literally, you come down that drop into this, and oh my God, I felt like I was going to grey out on this corner just here. I can see why it gets so highly regarded. It's won various different awards over the years. People still rate it as the best steel coaster out there in the world. Is it that for me? No, it's not, but it's a fantastic ride. It needed a bit more airtime for me to rate it higher. It was more about the corners and things. I really liked how you were going over 90 miles an hour through some tunnels. That really made it. That was fantastic. And yeah, it certainly looks great off-ride as well. But yeah, it was a stunning ride. I really enjoyed it. I was expecting a bit more airtime. I think that might be more towards the front of the train from what people in the station were saying. And there was a massive queue for the front, so I wasn't going to do it this morning because I want to get round and do some other rides. But yeah, what a brilliant ride. Certainly not disappointed by it at all. And yeah, look at it from this angle just here. It looks even more stunning. Look at that in the sunshine. What a fantastic coaster. And yeah, like I say, you get a few sort of pops of airtime in certain areas. There's a really nice camelback near to the station, quite close to the end of the ride, where you do get ejector airtime. But it would have been nice if you got a bit more on some of the other hills, just sort of over here as well. But yeah, great views, what a fantastic coaster, and a great way to start my day here at Cedar Point. I think one thing that's really surprised me so far about Cedar Point is just how gorgeous some of the areas are. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to look quite as picturesque with all the water. Obviously, you've got all the nice lighting installed, the buildings around, lots of different seating areas. And yeah, I just genuinely think the park looks really pretty. With it being an amusement park, I wasn't quite expecting it to look quite as nice. And obviously, I know a lot about the coasters here, including Steel Vengeance, that I can't wait to get on at some point this trip. But yeah, it's like, I knew a lot about the coasters, but the park itself, I've not really seen much of. I've not watched any park-wide sort of walk rounds or anything, so I wasn't really too sure what to expect from the landscaping. The things like the music in the background, it feels more of a theme park in places than it does an amusement park. But yeah, this next ride opened in 2007. Again, this is another bucket list coaster for me, one that I'm really looking forward to getting on. It is, of course, Maverick, an Intamin Blitz coaster, and yeah, it looks stunning. This here's the entrance to just over here. I like all the theming all around there, all the decor. And of course, you've got the big sign just here as well. They are the Battle for Cedar Point. Download the free app. There you are, the game all about it. But there you go, we've got a height of 105 feet, speed of 70 miles per hour. The angle of that drop is 95 degrees, and we've got a duration of 2 minutes 30. So yes, I'm gonna go and get on Maverick. Look at this, it looks stunning. And I've just been walking past all the ride, and it looks like it's run on quite a few trains. Operations have been very good so far. 3 trains on Millennium Force. And yeah, I just can't quite believe that I'm here, to be honest. Look at this though, wow. Right, let's go and get on board Maverick, and I'll see you when I come off and share my full review. Now that is my kind of coaster. What an incredible ride Maverick is. I was going in that with really high expectations, and I've come off it and it's exceeded those. That was absolutely brilliant. 10 out of 10 coaster. And obviously what I really like with that as well is how really it's not that tall. It's quite a terrain hugging ride. And that second launch, brilliant, right underneath the station building. I like the theme of it as well. Quite a bit of scenery around it, all the rocks. And what made it even better is the fact it was on the front row. It was a front row ride for my first ever time on Maverick. What a brilliant attraction. 70 miles an hour. The first drop was great, but again, I don't feel like that was the highlight of the ride. For me, it was whipping round on all these different angles through the 2 inversions that were also great, but it was all the different overbanks and this section here that I loved. Shame that it gets trimmed at the top just there. Obviously it'd overspeed ridiculously if it didn't get trimmed up there. But honestly, what a stunning ride Maverick was. Definitely my favourite out of the 2 that I've done so far. And operations were great. Pretty sure he's got 4 trains on there at the moment. I waited 5 minutes, literally walked straight up the queue. With that one, you can leave your bags on the station. I've got to mention that for some of the rides here, Millennium Force included, you do need to use a locker out the front of the ride. And they are $2 for 2 hours, or you can get one where you can transfer it around to different lockers. I didn't get a chance to have a look at the price for that, but I will do in one of these vlogs, because obviously a lot of you guys will probably come out here and come and do this trip and come and see Cedar Point. It's certainly worth it. For Maverick alone, I loved it. Bear in mind, I really enjoyed Millennium Force, but that for me is the star attraction that I've done so far. Really enjoyed it, but onwards and upwards, moving on to the next coaster. We've got another 15 rides to get yet. Moving on then onto my next ride, another huge bucket list coaster, and I thought the Red Force at Valravn was big until I came and stood right here on this footpath next to top Thrill Dragster. Look at that, 420 foot tall. I'm going to be launched at 120 miles per hour, and it's got lap bars. I can't wait to go and experience this one. I'm going to head round to the queue line now, but yeah, look at that from the back of it. Oh my God. I also love how you can stand right underneath it here as well and look right up at the coaster. That is one incredible structure. Wow. I'm having a great time so far. It's only just gone 20 past 10, so I'm doing quite well really. My 3rd coaster of the day, my 4th ride of the day. So obviously I had 2 on Millennium Force. I must say though, what a gorgeous park. Really nicely landscaped. The coasters look amazing, and this makes an incredible noise when it launches. I was hoping it was going to go then when I was doing this bit of footage. I'm not too sure how many trains it's on, but oh wow, look at that. Let's head round to the queue line on my first ever ride on top Thrill Dragster. It opened in 2003, this one, and it's my 3rd ride of the day, what's built by Intamin. Oh, Unfortunately, Top Thrill Dragster has just broken down, so I've not had my ride on it yet. But from speaking to a few people in the queue line, seems like it's had a few reliability issues so far this year. I mean, Cedar Point opened back at the start of May, so it's not really been open that long, but apparently it's been having a lot of problems so far this year, which is quite interesting. I mean, it's an Intamin ride. Some of their rides across the world are quite unreliable, but it is really warm today. It's a really nice hot day, so maybe that's causing a few issues for Dragster. It's a shame, I was really pumped to get on it, but yeah, they're not having the best of days, are they, operations wise, because Millennium Force, that went down, and I think it could still be down now. Obviously Top Thrill Dragster's now down. Steel Vengeance is closed all day today because we believe they tested a second train on there ready for tomorrow, so I won't be getting on that today. So yeah, reliability has not been amazing so far this morning, but oh, there you are, look, they're being reversed back into the station. There we are. It's a really long launch track though, look at that. Wow. There's a lot of water as well dripping from it just down there. I assume that's to cool down the launch mechanism. There's a big massive puddle down there underneath it. But yeah, I reckon it's probably due to the heat because it's about 29 degrees today. So it's a really nice hot day. But yeah, anyway, moving on. I'll do Dragster at some point later or in one of the other vlogs. On to the next ride. Intamin coasters seem to be having a few issues in the heat. Let's try one of the 4 B&M coasters that there is here at Cedar Point, and the newest of them 4, it's Valravn. It's actually the world's tallest, fastest and longest B&M dive machine out there, and this looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, I love SheiKra over at Busch Gardens in Tampa Bay, Florida, and that's what this kind of looks like at a first sort of glance. But then when you get closer to it, you realise just how tall this thing actually is. Still can't get over how nicely landscaped Cedar Point is. For an amusement park, I wasn't expecting it to look quite as nice all the way around. I really like it. Whoa, look at that. Oh, wow. I'm not going to get too concerned yet because that's an empty train, so hopefully this isn't having issues as well. But yeah, just from speaking to quite a few people, I love the Americans, they're so chatty. From speaking to a lot of people, they've said that Cedar Point haven't really had the best start to the season, and they've been having a few staffing issues, it seems, as well. But I've not really noticed the staffing issues yet. Obviously the reliability. I'm looking forward to giving this a ride though. It looks really nice. Obviously B&M coasters, world renowned for nice, smooth, but intense, enjoyable experiences. So let's head round and give this one a go. Guys, it's a scorching day though, really nice. Following on from this, I might head down to Raptor, going to do Gatekeeper, and Rougarou as well, a bit of a B&M session. Oh, there we go. That train's loaded. Yeah, there you are. You're on YouTube. Theme Park Worldwide, check it out. Oh, I love it. You gotta love the Americans, don't you? I like how they all got the t-shirts on and they all go around in the big groups to these parks. I love it. I feel like it's gonna be a great trip. And just chatting to a lot of locals and other fellow theme park enthusiasts as well. It's actually Coaster Mania, which is a big American coaster event tomorrow night here at Cedar Point. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a ticket for it because they sold out quite a while ago. But yeah, I've been seeing a few people around the park already today who are recognised, which has been great. I saw Taylor from Coaster Studios, a few other fans as well, and I wasn't really expecting to see that many people with just a couple of hours into the trip. But yeah, time for a bit of Valravn. Let's go. So I've just come off my first B&M coaster here at Cedar Point, Valravn, the dive machine, and you know what, it certainly didn't disappoint. What a fantastic ride. The highlight for me of that has definitely got to be the 165 foot tall Immelman, really good part of the ride. Obviously it makes its way then round up here into the mid-course. Yeah, quite a lot of force actually as you make your way up there to the mid-course. Straight down, another drop, and then round into the dive loop followed by the 0G roll there as well. Really enjoyable, really nice long ride as well. Obviously, we're quite proud in the UK to have Oblivion that opened in 1998. That was the original B&M dive machine that's then expanded all the way around the world now. And yeah, I've just done the longest. And yeah, definitely my favourite dive machine out there now. Really good length to it, fantastic inversions, and yeah, just overall a really enjoyable ride. I like the whole area around here as well, and that's the thing what I've noticed. Hey, Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube, check it out. That's the thing I've noticed about all the coasters here. Hey, hello! Case I'm on YouTube, Theme Park Worldwide. That's the thing I've noticed about all the coasters here. All the footpaths and things run right underneath, meaning you can get some really good shots. And that kind of makes up for the fact that you can't film on the ride here. The fact you can walk around, get loads of footage of these rides. Obviously I'm doing the 3 different vlogs from here, but there'll be lots of different off-ride footage videos as well, with some really nice shots, because I've already seen loads of different angles where I can get loads of footage. So stay tuned for those in the coming weeks here on Theme Park Worldwide. But yeah, Valravn, what a ride. My first B&M coaster here at Cedar Point, and it certainly didn't disappoint. It was a really good ride.
Please keep your arms over the seat, so it is count right here. It's not.
So I was just walking around from Valravn towards Raptor, and I went past Blue Street, which is the wooden coaster just here behind me, and yeah, I looked into the station, running 2 trains with no queue, so I thought it'd be rude not to have a ride, wouldn't it? I couldn't just walk past when it's on a 0-minute queue. So yeah, Blue Street, really enjoyable wooden coaster that actually, the oldest coaster at the park, like I say, and they opened in 1964. Now it's only got a top speed of around 40 miles an hour, but it actually had a really good first drop. It was a really comfortable ride, and for a wooden coaster that's that old, I think it rode really well. A nice family coaster, a nice sort of starter coaster if you like really, because obviously there's a lot of big beefy coasters here. It's always nice to have a little starter coaster, and I know there's a few other family coasters here at the park that I'll be doing on this trip. But I thought that was really nice. Obviously GCI weren't around back then. I think it was built by like a Philadelphia Toboggan Company, something like that they're called. And yeah, I went on it and it kind of felt like a bit like a GCI with the little airtime hills and quite a bit of like ejector airtime in places. Yeah, it was quite an enjoyable ride, that one. I was right on the back row of the train as well. I couldn't believe it that I walked straight onto a back row ride. But yeah, Blue Streak. And I like with that as well, it's got, oh my God, Raptor's so noisy, I love it. Classic B&M. I like with Blue Streak how it sort of looks like a classic American wooden coaster. Right, you can probably tell what I'm going on next. It's that noisy thing over there. It's Raptor, and look at this beautiful B&M inverted coaster. Cedar Point really care about their rides. You can tell this has all been painted up. The track looks great, the supports, and the trains as well. Right, I'm going to go around and find the entrance. I've just come off the 1994 B&M inverted coaster, Raptor. It was running 3 trains, very swift operations, which is great to see. And like I say, it opened in 94, but actually in May, meaning that it's only a couple of months newer than our very own Nemesis back at Alton Towers in the UK. But yeah, really good coaster that. It's got 6 inversions. It was also the first inverted coaster from B&M to actually feature a Cobra roll, and I'd say that was my favourite element of the ride. The first drop was great as well. I sat on the back row, because genuinely back row on the B&M inverts is the better seat, and I'll do the front and some other rows over the rest of the trip. And that's the best thing about these vlogs. Yes, I'll be doing some different rides in them, but I'll also go back on some, try some different seats, share different reviews, and yeah, this is like a first sort of reaction to them all really. As the trip goes on, you'll get to see my opinions, see if they change a little bit from different rider positions, and yeah, it was a really nice solid B&M coaster that. I'd still take Valravn over it. I think it was a bit more forceful, but I did enjoy this. Like I say, Cobra roll was fantastic, first drop, and also the helix at the end. We had like a downward helix, which then came back up and round into the brake run, but there was a massive jolt as it went into the brake run, which was quite interesting. Other than that, for its age, it was a nice smooth ride, very enjoyable, and yeah, another good quality B&M coaster here at Cedar Point. Right, onto a bit of a newer B&M now. It's down in that direction, right at the entrance to the park, and you saw it at the start of the vlog. It's the B&M Wing Rider known as Gatekeeper. I tell you what, I am absolutely baking here at Cedar Point today. It's roasting, it really is. To think that in my case, I did pack jeans, hoodies, and a coat just in case I did need it. And who knows, I might need it on the other days, but so far for day number 1, and yeah, the weather's lovely. And to be honest, I'm not doing too bad for rides. It's just gone 1:15, and yeah, just been on Gatekeeper. So it's a 170-foot tall B&M wing coaster that opened here at Cedar Point in 2013. It features 6 inversions, and yeah, hands down my favourite wing coaster that I've done. Now, I really like wing coasters. I know it's one of those decisions what's a bit controversial, because they are quite smooth, relaxing rides. They're not particularly intense. However, I felt that Gatekeeper was definitely the most intense of the...
I hate to interrupt,
there he is. It's Taylor and Coaster Studios.
Dude, how you doing, man?
How are you?
Dude,
I mentioned you earlier on that I bumped into you, and
yeah,
here he is.
Dude, it's so good seeing you.
Yeah, I'm just saying that I really enjoyed it. Best wing coaster I've done.
Good, dude, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I never would have thought the first time I would meet you would be here in America. Like, welcome to Cedar Point, man.
It's crazy, isn't it? But if you've not seen him, go and check out his parody videos. They are absolutely fantastic.
Coaster Studios, and there's a bunch of stuff. Like, if you're here in
Loads
America,
of people are here. Everyone's here today.
Yeah, we're going to Europe. I'm going to see you there.
Yes, I'll see you in a few weeks. Yeah, not long to go until that trip. I bet you're really excited to come to...
I'm going to be asking you about tips later, okay?
Oh, no, yeah, you're going to be riding the likes of the Smiler, Alton Towers, controversial ride,
it's going to be crazy.
And some classics as well.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, oh, great to see you. I hope the weather's nice for you when you come over to us in the UK.
Oh, yeah, well, and I hope in the UK it's nice.
Yeah, hopefully so. But yeah, great to see you. Yeah, fantastic to see you again. But yeah, really enjoyed that ride on Gatekeeper. Like I say, it was a very enjoyable ride. I felt the near misses caused by the entrance structure was really nice on that. And just overall, a very enjoyable coaster. So after that ride then on Gatekeeper, as it was next door, I went on Wicked Twister with Taylor and the rest of the gang. It was great to see them actually, really nice to see them over here. And I thought I might bump into them at some point, but maybe not quite as soon into the trip. So yeah, we went on Wicked Twister, opened in 2002, an Intamin Impulse coaster. First time I've ever done one of them models, and I must say I was quite impressed. The launch, which was just over 70 miles an hour, which was actually quite intense considering its age. Very much enjoyable ride, especially that backwards launch where you go up to like the spike. Because we're towards the back of the train, that was really quite enjoyable. Got a little pop of airtime, some really good force, and yeah, it was a little bit rattly, but it is an Intamin, and I suppose 2002, it is getting on a bit now, isn't it? But yeah, it wasn't a bad ride at all. By no means is it up there in my top coasters. You all right there? I'm getting excited. By no means is it up there in my top coasters, but it was enjoyable, more enjoyable than what I was expecting with that one. But yeah, on to my next ride now. It's just behind me just here. It is, of course, Rougarou. It opened originally in 1996 as a B&M stand-up coaster, and in 2015 it got converted into a floorless coaster. Look at this. Oh, it does sound good. I do love these B&Ms. Yeah, it's a shame that B&M seem to be phasing out the stand-up models now, but we've still got our own Shockwave back at Drayton Manor in the UK. But yeah, this looks like it'll be quite nice. Like I say, 2015 had the new trains. It was renamed from Mantis to Rougarou, and it had all the track and supports repainted. And I must say, it looks quite nice around here. Overall presentation here at Cedar Point is so much better than what I was expecting. Like all the little lakes everywhere, all the trees. It's a very picturesque park, and it looks great in the sunshine. I say the sunshine, look at it now. It's got a bit cloudy and dark over there. Hopefully we don't get a storm this afternoon. I quite like one whilst I'm here, because one of them things being a Brit when you come over to America, you quite like having a storm every so often, but hopefully not now, because I'm about to go on Rougarou. So I'll see you afterwards and I'll talk about my experience. So as you just seen from the off-ride footage, I went on Rougarou. It looked like it was going to absolutely chuck it down, and then I came off, went in the queue for Millennium Force, which broke down again, and then the sun's come out. It's absolutely baking. It's 31 degrees now, so it's lovely. But yeah, anyway, Rougarou, very enjoyable B&M coaster. That means I've done the 4 B&Ms now here at Cedar Point. Very much enjoyed all of them there. Each of them have got some fantastic elements, and yeah, all just very enjoyable coasters. Really liked the views, what you get from the likes of Raptor and that whole area around there. Same with Valravn. I liked how the area was finished off. Obviously Gatekeeper's sort of unique selling point is the fact it's right at the entrance to the park, and you've got them fantastic near misses. And yeah, obviously Rougarou, just genuinely a great ride. I can't help but feel like I wish I was here though when it was stand up, just to have done it to see how it felt, because some of them inversions and some of them transitions I can't imagine were very comfortable when it was a stand-up coaster, and that's probably why Cedar Point actually changed it. But next I'm going to make my way round back down this end of the park to go and have a look at Steel Vengeance. Now it is actually closed today, as I mentioned earlier on in the vlog. Basically when the ride opened like last month, they were having a few issues with the sort of ride vehicles, and there was a light bump just on the brakes before the station, meaning it's been running one train ever since. However, we believe they've been testing a second train today. Hopefully it's going to open tomorrow on a 2-train service. But I'll go down there, have a little look, make my way around, maybe do Gemini, which I really want to do, another classic coaster here at the park, and head straight back round to the original Arrow hypercoaster, Magnum XL-200. So I'll make my way around there and show you a few clips of the park on the way. so there it is testing the ride. What made me think, right, the time is now to book that trip to Cedar Point, Steel Vengeance. Hopefully I'll get on it tomorrow. I mean, the fact it's testing there, that definitely looks like there's a train inside the station and one just there from what I can make out. But yeah, this looks really nice around here. Oh, wow. Look at that inversion. It looks like a stunning ride. Like I say, hopefully tomorrow. There's a big sign out the front at the moment saying Steel Vengeance will not open today. Cedar Point, 1870. I love this area around here though. You can tell it's all been refreshed for this year because of Steel Vengeance. There's some really nice buildings, a lot of character around here. And there's a little gift shop for it there as well. The Frontier Town Emporium. So we'll have a look in there. Like I say, I just wanted to have a quick look at Steel Vengeance today, see what's happening around here. There's the entrance there. I like that with all the rocks. It's a gorgeous part of the park, and this used to be known as Mean Streak, Wooden Coaster Mean Streak, and then like I say, it shut a few years ago to be converted into a Rocky Mountain construction hybrid coaster. Obviously RMC, they do these conversions, or they build new ones, much like Wildfire at Kolmården in Sweden. That was a complete new build, whereas obviously with this one, it's taking over an older wooden coaster. But yeah, stay tuned for tomorrow's vlog where hopefully I'll get to ride on Steel Vengeance. But the fact it's testing and the fact it's Coaster Mania tomorrow night makes me think the park are definitely going to want this operating for tomorrow. The park is certainly having the fair share of technical problems today. That's another ride that's closed at the moment, Gemini, the racing coaster just here. Not too sure if the train's supposed to stop there. It looks like it's not made it fully onto the brake run there. Just if you look at the car at the end. Obviously it's my first time here, so I'm not too sure if that's where it normally stops. I'm sure someone knows and can comment below. But yeah, this park, it is wonderful to walk around. You've got the train, you've got like, the little zoo area. There's so much here to see other than the coasters, and that's what I really want to focus on, probably in the third vlog from this. So tomorrow I'll get on all the rides, all the big coasters, what I won't get on today, because they're either closed or I just won't have time to get them in. Say that, I've still got 4 hours left of ride time, which is brilliant. I'm going to hopefully do Magnum XL-200 next, and then on to try and have another go on Dragster. But yeah, that third vlog, I'm more going to focus on some of the other things. Cedar Point is world famous for its coasters, but I want to do a video where we sort of go around and look at some of the other rides, some of the different things here, and also some of the family-friendly things, such as this. This little Zamperla disco just there, look. It's a bit of a different style on that because it's not actually a disc what's spinning round. It's more like a rocking tug, but a big version of it. Can't get over there how big Thrill Dragster is. I can't wait to get on. I haven't seen it going round though in the past sort of 20 minutes whilst I've been walking around this area. But there's loads of like little flat rides here, and also there's some shows. I mean, when you think about Cedar Point, you don't think all shows and live entertainment. Well, there certainly is here, so I'll definitely have to try and check out some of those whilst I'm here, along with getting plenty more off-ride footage. Yeah, it's a shame about Gemini. It looks like quite a good ride. Again, another classic, and you can just see it peeking out from behind it. Magnum XL-200. That's my next stop. So I've just had the pleasure of riding Magnum XL-200 for the first time, and you know what? That ran really well, especially for a 1989 Arrow hypercoaster. That was great. It's 205 foot tall. You come out the station along this nice little section here, head up the lift hill where you get some really good views across Lake Erie and of course the Cedar Point Shores water park that's built right next to it. You get some good interaction with that whilst you're going around on the coaster. Anyway, from that you go down the first drop, and then you got a couple of little hills and things, which is nice, and you get a few little pops of airtime, certainly more than you get on the big one at Blackpool Pleasure Beach that's also an Arrow hypercoaster. Moving on from there, you go into a bit of a boring turnaround section with a trim brake just before it, which isn't great. The trim brake really slows the train down, and I thought from that point the coaster wasn't going to be that good. However, the highlight of the ride was that second section after the trim, And I'm told from a few of the guys here that the trim isn't always activated, which is a good sign. I might actually get a ride without the trim at some point. But anyway, lots of little bunny hills, going into tunnels, amazing, like quite a lot of airtime. Really enjoyed it. It's one of them coasters what I wasn't expecting to be amazing. And yeah, I love a good classic coaster, and that one certainly does live up to it. A really nice Arrow Hyper. And I can see why Jeffrey Thompson came over here from Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and he came here, rode that, and he thought, I want one in Blackpool. And obviously in 1994 we got the Pepsi Max big one. But yeah, I can see why when he went on that, he must have come off it and thought, you know what, that was a great coaster, I want one in the UK. And obviously with this as well, you get the views over Lake Erie, looking out into the sea, well, into the river, so to speak, isn't it? It's a lake river, and it's not really the sea. It's huge though, it feels like it. And yeah, he obviously thought, yeah, we can put that in Blackpool looking over the promenade. But yeah, that was brilliant, really good coaster. Magnum XL-200. I'm going to go round for another go, I think. So I literally came straight over from where I was just next to Magnum XL-200, walked over towards Top Thrill Dragster, saw it launch, Taylor and his friends were there, so we all joined the queue and we waited less than 5 minutes for Top Thrill Dragster. So yes, literally 5 minutes ago, I've just come off this incredible 420 foot tall hydraulic launch Intamin coaster, 0 to 120 miles per hour in 4 seconds. And wow, what an amazing coaster experience. Bear in mind, I have done the world's fastest coaster, which is Formula Rossa over at Ferrari World in Abu Dhabi, but oh my God, this launch felt even faster than that, and it's 30 miles an hour slower, this coaster. But obviously with the launch on Formula Rossa, it's a lot longer actual launch section. So obviously with this, you come straight out the station just there, you sit just there and wait for the catch car, and the traffic lights come on and off you go. You launch straight down this piece of track here, and before you know it, you're at the end. Obviously over in Abu Dhabi at Ferrari World, with Formula Rossa, the launch track goes on for quite a way. So as much as by the end of it, you're really feeling the G-force, this from the off, oh my God, that is the best style of this coaster that I've done. Bear in mind, I really enjoyed Red Force, but this is like the massive version of Red Force. And yeah, the fact you've got like the vertical spiral when you come back down. Me and Taylor were on the back row. We shared our first, well, my first ride in it. Obviously it's not Taylor's first ride. And wow, what an incredible experience. I absolutely loved it. #1 at this park for me, Top Thrill Dragster. It's just a shame about its reliability issues. I really want some more goes, but I'm just lingering about here for a little bit just to see if that queue line reopens. The queue entrance is just down there behind the sign. And yeah, I'm hoping it might reopen so I can get straight back round and have another go. Because literally it's got a massive cattle pen queue all there, runs all the way up the side of the launch in these little tents up to that side just there. Oh, and I nearly fell off that step then. Oh my God, that's how excited I am. But yeah, that was brilliant. I came off that coaster and absolutely loved it. It's got to be a top 10 ride, that one for me. Top Thrill Dragster at Cedar Point, 420 foot tall, and the views were incredible, but that launch, oh my God. And the fact you just got a little lap bar holding you in, it was brilliant. I can't believe it, with it being 30 miles an hour slower than Formula Rossa, it just felt so much more, especially on the back row. Never felt a launch like it. What an amazing top 10 coaster there. That was Top Thrill Dragster here at Cedar Point. There's still 3.5 hours left of my day here, and I'm doing really well today. I've done loads, a lot more than I was intending to do. Got plenty of footage. I'm absolutely baking. The sweat is dripping off me here in Sandusky, Ohio. But what a first day it's been. But time for another new coaster now. I'm going to go and do this classic Arrow Corkscrew, which is located just next to me here. And obviously if I do that, obviously I'll soon see if this reopens. Oh, everybody's running. Hey, hello everyone. Get yourself on YouTube. Theme Park Worldwide, give us a wave. It's called Theme Park Worldwide. I'll come down and tell you, hang on. I'll go and tell them what it is. our first ever ride on Corkscrew, a classic Arrow corkscrew coaster. And yeah, when it opened in 1976, it was actually the only roller coaster in the world to go upside down 3 times. And yeah, it was enjoyable, really smooth ride. And you've got to thank Arrow for some of the rides of today. They really are fantastic. A lot of other companies, such as Vekoma, went out there and looked at what Arrow were doing and sort of took that idea and built their own things really, which led to the sad demise of Arrow, which is such a shame. But I'm joined with Roos as well, who's, you love your Arrow coasters, don't you? And you watch Theme Park Worldwide, don't you, as well? So.
Oh, absolutely. I could not love them more. These rides, genuine classics, never get old in my opinion. I'll ride them wherever I see them.
And there's quite a bit of airtime on this, wasn't there, as well?
Yeah.
I was really surprised.
Yeah, that first hill before the vertical loop.
Wow.
That is just one of the best shots you can get on any Arrow.
It's iconic, isn't it, as well?
It is iconic.
It's great, and obviously since 1976 it's been here. Like Roos said, on the little hill just before the loop, you get some really good airtime. Also, after the loop, and coming back up into this straight section here before making your way down. Hey, how you doing? You all right? Hey, up, you having a good time?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Love Cedar Point.
I love it. I'm glad you like it. See you later. I love it. We had so many vlog bombs today, you know. It's been crazy. But yeah, like when you come straight down here into the double corkscrew, it's a really nice, smooth, enjoyable experience. But yeah, it's been nice chatting to you. Really good. And keep watching Theme Park Worldwide.
Always.
And I love the t-shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
Gatekeeper, I love it.
Gatekeeper, one and the best.
Oh yes. So we've just had another ride then on Millennium Force. This time, thanks to your recommendation, we sat on row 5. Who did you hear it off that it was a good seat to go on row 5?
I heard it from someone I actually watched a video who used to test ride, or maybe currently still test ride the ride. The operator I do not know by name, but
Just someone who used to work here, like.
Yeah.
Said that the middle of the train was the best place to ride, and to be honest, that was a lot better than the back row. So I need to get on the front row. Tomorrow, I'll do everything I can do. I'll queue that wait. I mean, it's on 3 trains anyway a lot of the time. It has been 3 trains all day today, which is great. So yeah, I thought they were shouting at me then. So yeah, I'll definitely do a front row tomorrow. But talking about quiet rides, I was expecting to be waiting 2.5 to maybe 3 hours for some of these coasters. Maverick is practically walk on, isn't it? So, I mean, look at this. Literally, you get on the ride straight up them steps, and the station is just there. So we'll go for another ride, probably get a few re-rides.
Yeah, if it's anything to say, when I first rode this, I mean, I'm new here. When I first rode this whole station was full. It was only maybe just under an hour.
I love it. Like, I wouldn't fancy waiting in these cattle pens though. But this Wild West area is great, and I can't wait to have more of an explore round over the next couple of days. But yeah, right, let's go for a ride on Maverick, and we'll see you after. The sun sets here in Sandusky, Ohio. It's come to the end of my first day here at Cedar Point. And wow, what a day it's been. It's been great to see lots of different people today. That's the first thing. It's been wonderful going round, meeting up with Taylor, a few other people as well, and it's been great. I've also been quite surprised at how many staff actually watch Theme Park Worldwide that work at this park. So hi out there to all of you, and also all our new followers that I've been speaking to today throughout the park. But yeah, that is at the end of day 1. I'm not going to ramble on too much because I'm going to do a separate video at the end of it all to sort of summarise it. And of course I'll do a big summary in the 3rd and final vlog that I'll be doing. There's 2 more full vlogs to come from this park. There's still some coasters, but I've not done. Hey, Theme Park Worldwide, check it out. I love it in the States, it is great. Everyone's so friendly. It's been a real good laugh today. So quick summary, I've done loads of rides today. Had 3 rides on top Thrill Dragster today, just done a couple on it just. The queues have been walk on. Did Valravn again, did Raptor again, did Millennium Force 4 times in the end today. Did Maverick 3 times. Honestly, I've done loads of rides. I was not expecting it. I thought that it might be a matter of queuing 2 to maybe 3 hours for some things, and I suspect that will be the case when it comes to this weekend. Obviously it's just a Thursday today. Park closed now at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow it's open until 10. So yeah, some more late night riding tomorrow and get to see the park in the dark. But yeah, it's been a fantastic day. My favourite rides here, top Thrill Dragster, absolutely loved it. A world-class coaster. Same with Maverick, that was brilliant. And hopefully tomorrow, Steel Vengeance. I've been speaking to a few staff today, and they do think it is going to open tomorrow on a 2-train service, which will be the first time it's run on 2 trains since the little bump what happened when it first opened. So I look forward to checking it out. Make sure you stay tuned to Theme Park Worldwide for another full vlog tomorrow here from Cedar Point. I can't believe that I'm actually here doing this park and all these bucket list rides, and it's great that you guys are joining me for this adventure. I've had an amazing time today. It's been genuinely one of the best days I've ever had in a theme park, and operations haven't been the best here at Cedar Point today, but I'm not going to judge it on one day. Bear in mind I've got 5 days at this park. Plenty of time to see the operations. It could have just been a bad day today for them because there was quite a few breakdowns. Dragster's gone down I think 5 times today. Went down again just whilst we were waiting for the last ride. And Millennium Force has been down a few times today, and there's been various bits of downtime across the park. But it has been a hot day today. I don't know what the weather's been like sort of leading up to this, but it's been over 30 degrees today. And so yeah, it's been a hot one for the park, and especially the likes of Dragster, what's got that massive drum to sort of launch it off. And obviously inside the main sort of room where that's kept, it gets roasting in there. But yeah, what a fantastic day. I'm going to start rambling on, and I'll see you in the morning where hopefully I'm going to get to ride on Steel Vengeance RMC coaster for the first time. Thanks for joining me for day 1 here at Cedar Point, and that means it's time to cue those credits. See you all in the morning.